Do we think Wemby coming back tomorrow, which he is, Mitch
Yeah.
Johnson confirmed he's coming back tomorrow. Do we think it's enough to take on the Oklahoma City Avengers? Do we think? Do we think it's enough?
I think it is. I think we're a deep enough team. We've seen literally everyone step up when it matters most. I mean, seriously, everyone. We just saw Castle step up huge with a 30-point game against the Lakers to win. We've seen Vassell have already a season, I think maybe even a career high of like 36.
Yeah,
Um,
36 a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he had a career high.
A week ago.
Fox had a great game. He was making big plays as usual.
Fuck, clutch three
Yeah.
at the end.
And I think as a whole, we've gotten a lot better at shooting the three ball. As a
And-
whole.
Yes.
Something that everyone is starting to realize. Luke Cornett's impact is humongous, and him to be a backup to Wembenyama to go in to either stop Holmgren or whoever else is in.
Pretty
I
scary.
don't think Hardenstein is he playing.
I think he's still injured.
He's been hurt. his
Yeah,
ankle.
but him to just replace him is just another great defensive big, and he's so good offensively, moving the ball, finding someone open, and scoring when it's needed. I think Luke Cornett's impact is still undervalued, even though it's still people are starting to notice it a lot more.
So I had a take before the Lakers game, before the Spurs and Lakers game, and it was when we didn't know if Wemby was going to come back for the Lakers game. And I didn't say it to y'all, but I said it to some of my friends here. And the take was, I like our chances against the Lakers better without Wemby. And here was my logic. Well, obviously, Wemby's a phenomenal player. He's our X factor. He's our best player, number one option, of course. But a game like coming back off of an injury, I think we were 8-2 without Wemby. Our rhythm as a unit and our chemistry as a unit
93.
was insane. Well, we were 9-3 now after the Lakers game, I guess, and then
Oh, yeah.
this was before the Minnesota game. But our chemistry and our flow as a unit was insane, and I think putting Wemby back in there, it changes how everyone else plays, and I think it would
Yes.
mess up something good. Now against Oklahoma City, I think it's different because that's a different unit, and I think Wemby's defense is essential if we want any hope of beating Oklahoma City. They're 24-1. They're having a season that we haven't seen since the 2016-2017 Warriors, and they're playing like the Avengers. And we haven't even seen their starting five play
In the fourth
5
quarter.
games together. It's just insane. I think Wemby coming back against Oklahoma City gives our best chance, but against the Lakers, I'm glad that he sat that game. And in hindsight, it's 2020. We obviously won that game by not just by the skin of our teeth. We won that game very, very comfortably against a great Lakers team who have, in my opinion, should be the MVP favorite, Luka, but it's been changing a little bit recently because it's just with LeBron being back, having to share the rock a little bit more. But yeah, I like our chances against Oklahoma City. Still a very scary, very, very scary game, but we'll see if Wemby shows up. He always does against Chet Holmgren, who he says is his biggest rival, but
I think
we'll see.
something about Wemby, I love him. He's a great player, but offensively, I think sometimes he just does too much. I think sometimes he thinks he needs to be that guy with the ball and make the play, even though we have great surrounding players. I mean, Harrison Barnes, I'm not sure if he's still the best three-point shooter in the league right now, percentage-wise.
Mr.
I
100.
remember he was like 50%.
Kevin
we
Porter
have
Jr.
Vassell,
shooting
who's been
60%,
on
so he's definitely
fire.
not number one.
Huh?
Kevin Porter Jr. is shooting 60%, so he's definitely not one.
Well, Harrison Barnes is a phenomenal shooter. We got
He is.
Julian Champagne, phenomenal shooter. We got
Devin Vassell's shooting has gotten a lot
Vassell.
better, and so has Keldon Johnson's.
exactly, and I've seen it. Yes, Wembenyama is the same. He scores 30, but sometimes he's getting double teamed, and he just chucks up a shot.
He's
and I'm
forcing
like,
He's
shots.
forcing bad looks, yeah.
Yeah.
It also helps when we don't have Sohan playing very many minutes anymore, especially on the three-point percentage game. But just in general, too. Sohan, I just looked at his minutes. He, in the
Yeah,
last
he's
10
been.
games,
He's
he's had one game, I think, over 20 minutes. And the last game, he didn't even play against the Lakers. And the game before, he played like 4 minutes. So,
He's great on defense, but I mean, listen, I've never been. You guys have been a lot bigger Sohan haters than I have, but seeing what we look like without him, I think he's still great on defense, but he's definitely an offensive liability because he can't shoot the three very well. He has decent penetration, but his passing just isn't there for the high level NBA defenses that he's facing, and so the way we're playing right now and the way like the team is looking, I have not seen a Spurs team this much in flow state since 2014. That might be crazy to say, but it's true. And so we'll see. We're 17-7. We're one game away from the second seed in the loaded Western Conference, and we have one of the youngest teams in the NBA now. Well, we did, but I think everyone's playing their role to a T. We'll see how Wemby comes into it. I love how Wemby's a team first guy. So I know we're one game away from second.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
That's what I said.
Credit
Yeah,
to Nick, though. Before the season started, he called that the Spurs were going to be really, really good this year. And it's been right so far.
I do want to, one correction I do want to make is, this almost sounds wrong. You said the loaded West. I feel like the West almost seems weaker than they have in the past. Like, they're still the West, but like, I mean, the Suns at 7, I don't trust the
I kinda
Suns.
see
The
that.
Warriors haven't been that good. The Grizzlies, I don't know what's going on there in terms of play or anything. The Mavericks are 10. They're starting to look pretty good, but even they're like, the West is not looking the way the West has looked in the last like 5 years.
The NBA kind of took a weird turn
Okay.
this year, honestly, as far
Granted-
as like good teams.
I think take the top 5 teams in the league, and this is just in my opinion.
They're all in the West.
Without naming them, I think 4 out of 5 are in the West.
I
I think
agree.
5
In
out
that
of 5
way-
are in the West, actually. I actually think 5 out of 5 are in the West.
I think I do.
Right now.
I
Yeah.
think.
I think all 5 are in the West.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? I'll double down as well. I'll double down. I didn't want. I was kind of scared to like go out with that crazy take, but yeah, 5 out of 5 are in the West, and that's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying it's the deepest conference it's been. It's been a lot deeper, especially last year,
To
the year
that point,
before.
you're right. To that point, you are right. They are loaded in that way, but in overall,
I think-
like Western Conference way, they're not loaded the way they're used
Put Detroit in the West, and they're a playing team. Is that crazy to say? I don't know. Look at the worst teams in the league. They're all in the East. Well, not all of them. There's a lot of bad teams that are in the West. But like Washington, Jesus Christ! If I was born a Washington fan, just end it right there. Because
I
what do you
disagree.
have to look
I'm gonna
forward
give
to?
them some love. At least they're like actually full funded a rebuild. It could be worse. You could be like a Toronto Raptor. Actually, the Raptors are doing good. I'm not
The
gonna say
Raptors
that.
are
Never
good
mind.
this year.
You could be like a Nets fan, man. Just have like
Yeah.
nothing going for you.
Shitters.
Or a
But to
Clippers
be honest, do
team.
Nets fans even exist?
It's a good point. It's a great point. I'm not sure.
It's a
that-
great point. I've
they-
never
they-
met a Nets fan.
Or you could be a Clippers fan. That'd be awesome too. You have just like no first rounders, not really any young guys. You let
And
probably
your
the
team is
greatest
shit,
player.
and your coach is an idiot.
Yeah, but you have that going on for you. I've once heard someone quote that he was a top 3 coach in the league, if not number 1.
Who fucking said?
anyway.
Like, honestly, that person needs to never speak about basketball ever in their life ever again. That might be the worst basketball take I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, no, that was a great
Or
take.
Send
but-
him to Afghanistan.
In the East, I do want to mention the Celtics. I know we talked about them preseason, and you said I don't even know if they'll make the play, and
I
they're
like
currently
this.
sitting at 3 in the East.
Well,
I
to
will
be
say-
fair, so we all thought the East was going to be weak. Somehow, they're even weaker than we thought.
That's true. That's true.
They're pretty terrible.
Yeah,
Horrible.
Pretty.
terrible. Shit.
Horrible. I mean, the East horrible. Also, the Celtics offense, by the way, has been better than they were in the year when they won the championship. Because Jason Tatum is out.
They've had some
I'm not
guys
saying.
step
I'm
up.
just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I think Jason Tatum is one of the greatest one-on-one basketball players in the league. But I think when it comes to 5-on-5 basketball, I don't know if he's that great. And kind of, I'm a big guy on this philosophy. And again, I think I love Wemby. I want him to play every game. But it's along that point Nick was making of, hey, he didn't want Wemby to play against the Spurs,
Team scoring.
so the whole team could play. There's a bunch of NBA players out on these courts, and sometimes these guys like Jason Tatum have too many weaknesses on their side to be
100%.
30% usage of the team on offense. I think
Yeah.
that's showing.
Also, when Wemby's on the court, it changes how defenses scheme against the Spurs.
True.
Just it does like a lot. So
Very
yeah,
true. I think it's true with most teams, and that's why we saw the Pacers make a deep run. Teams that make it hard to prepare defensively if they're just very cohesive and playing together as a good ball
and
unit.
everyone is firing on all cylinders.
All
And if we continue
cylinders.
that momentum into Saturday, tomorrow, I guess, I really like our chances of giving Oklahoma City the second loss of the season.
That'd be awesome.
And again, if we win that game, we are then the second seed because we have head-to-head advantages over Denver, Houston, and Los Angeles. So, well, I don't know
Marvin,
about
I
Los
got a
Angeles.
question. I feel like if anyone knows the answer to this question, it'd be Marvin. How would that work out with the wins and losses? because like obviously we're playing the elimination games for the tournament, and not every team is playing those games, and they're still counting on our record.
Actually,
The-
I don't
I think it
know
was
if the elimination
only
games. I don't
game
think they
that-
count.
The only game, I'm pretty sure it's the only game that doesn't count for the record is the championship game. It might be the last two that are in Vegas that don't count. I'm pretty sure it's just the
Okay.
final championship game though that doesn't count on the record.
I still don't know how that
Because
works
I'm pretty
though.
sure now with the quarter or the semifinal set, all the other teams now have been scheduled another game with the teams that are all out to like make up for that game. Then the championship game, I'm pretty sure, is the only game that does not count for the record.
Interesting. Anyway, you can look into that. But yeah, if we win this game, that would be huge. If
That would be
this is gonna
insane.
be most likely two powerhouses for at least the next half decade that are just pretty much gonna be feeding families, and look like they're gonna match up really well.
Well, our next games after Oklahoma City is Washington, Atlanta, then Washington again.
Unless you win.
And if we,
Hmm.
unless we win, then we potentially play
New York or
the
Orlando.
Magic. Yeah, the Magic or New York.
Which,
So
how do we feel
We'll
about
see,
that
but-
game?
the Magic against the Magic.
The Magic and Knicks.
We were up against the Magic in Orlando by 20. We kind of sold almost towards the end, but we pulled off with the win. With Wemby, listen, honestly, give us the world right now. Give us the world. The Spurs are really like in flow state right now. If we can keep this for a good portion of the season, I like us getting a pretty good seeding in the playoffs. Like I said, we're only one game away from the Lakers, or sorry, not the Lakers, the Nuggets, who are one game ahead of us in like the win to loss, I guess.
I think
we
the West
ca-
should
if we
win.
win-
The cup. I think the West should win.
Yeah.
The cup.
I think the winner of the Spurs and Thunder game is going to be
Do
the
you
one
think
who wins the
Orlando
whole thing.
beats New York?
It's gonna be huge.
I think New York wins, to be honest.
I think it'll be an interesting game, not even necessarily in an entertaining aspect, just in a, like, I have no idea what's going to happen in that game. But not even, like, not in the same way that, like, the Thunder Spurs games where it could be like, okay, it's like a heavyweight battle right here, who's going to win? It's more of like, okay, like we said, the East is so West, it's like, okay, I guess. The East is so West, that doesn't make sense. The East is so weak.
East is so west. Really?
The East is so weak that I'm like, I don't even know, like, this is just going to be like a regular game, kind of. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be like a soft game, and it's going to be like, all right, one of the team won, whatever. Now they're going to lose the next game.
This is the first Spurs Thunder matchup of the season.
Yeah.
And Wemby has been on record saying that he goes harder against Oklahoma City because of the comparisons made to him and Chet Holmgren. So,
And at this point, I mean, you want to beat the defending champs that only have one loss.
Yeah. I
mean,
mean,
knock
you
them
just
off
want
their
that
throne.
win against them, no matter what, too. But
I mean, I think all things are stacking up for the Spurs to have a good game. We have a lot of momentum going into this, and the Thunder, they might need to get humbled a little bit. You know what I mean? They need to realize that they're human still, because right now they're high. They're, you know.
To your
What?
point earlier with Wemby, do you think Wemby's going to have too much on that to where he might somewhat sell the game in terms of he thinks he wants to do too much, he thinks he needs to do so much?
I think coming off of a couple week absence, I think he's going to have a limited role. I don't see him playing 30, 40 minutes. But I still do think he's going to impact the game on the defensive side 100%. But I think he's going to have a limited role in offense. If anything, he's going to be just drawing attention to himself, so that opens up the pathway for everybody else. And I think he knows that. Like we said, we know Wemby's a team guy. He's not, I'm going to go out there and score 40 and show everybody how good I am. He doesn't care as long as they win. And I think he's willing to do what we need to do to beat this amazing, historic Thunder team in, the semifinals of the NBA Cup, which Wemby said he was super disappointed he didn't make it last year. But, he's a competitor. He's a winner. He just wants to win. And I think that's the number one. Those are some of the number one qualities you want to see in your superstar,
Agree. I think he's I hope and I think he's got that Spurs mentality. I think he's able to understand and see kind of what
He
the Spurs
gets
have been
it.
able to do without him, and not try to interfere with that, but just more add on to it than anything. What did you say, Kerry?
I said he gets the system, man.
Yeah, man. He's a hustler. He's a grinder, bro. I'd be interested to see. I don't know if it would actually make sense against OKC, especially with Hartenstein out. Kind of a Wemby and Cornette lineup.
They've tried it before. It's not. It actually works. It works surprisingly well. They have Wemby at the 4, Luke at the 5.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I think Cornette has got really high IQ. He's still a great defender. Obviously not great on the perimeter, but a great shot blocker. And Wemby can kind of go anywhere he needs to, man. And Wemby can shoot the ball. Obviously on offense, he can do whatever he needs to with offense. And so Wemby just playing the 4. And you have to have a 7'5" guy playing the 4 is almost even scarier than having a 7'5" guy playing center.
My one fear is that Wemby's going to get out there and he's going to be too scared, doesn't want to get injured. He's going to be on the perimeter just chucking up threes, shooting. You know, sometimes he'll have games shooting 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 threes a game.
Yeah.
And we don't need that. I'm going to be honest. We don't need him to be doing that. I need him to be making good impact on the defensive side of the ball and doing what he can on the interior, on the offensive. But we already have 3 great guards, brother. You're 7'6". Get your ass in the paint. Like, we don't need anything else from you. We need you to be getting the boards, putting the putbacks up. Like, that's all we need. We don't need you to be playing fucking Superman and start, like, shooting some threes like he was at the beginning of the season. And, you know, I love that. I mean, that's how he plays, and I love that. But I think that's not what we need right now to get a win, you know?
A couple threes a game, I don't mind, but
Back.
yeah, you are actually back.
What were you trying to say, brother?
If the guards aren't shooting well, then maybe Wemby can start taking over and do whatever he needs to do. But off the jump, he shouldn't do just.
If the guards aren't shooting well, so like hypothetically, if 4 of our great 3-point shooters aren't shooting well, so
Oh, he cut out again.
He cut out.
again.
All right, but realistically,
wait,
how
this
the
was meant to be
hell-
guards? How the
This-
fuck was this supposed to symbolize
And then
guards?
this, and then this, no. That's all we got.
How the hell were we supposed to figure out if guards can't shoot and he's should?
Oh, I love it.
If look. This was supposed to be the little guys, as in guards, and if they can't shoot, then Wemby
You
can.
didn't pass and shoot.
I did pass on one of them. I
That's
went
true.
like that.
Yeah, and then you went like this right after, and you said
Yeah, I was saying like if the passers / the point guards, if they can't shoot,
That- That's the stupidest thing I've heard all year.
how would you charade a guard?
I would do 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, well, I'm not a guard, so I can't do
1,
that.
2, 3.
That's fair. That's fair, actually. But even that, you wouldn't have gotten. You would have been like, you want him to shoot 1 or 2 threes?